Okay, now we are going to discuss the 2026 annual paper MCQ question paper. You can download the 2026 MCQ paper, annual MCQ paper from the Sankemda Facebook page. You can download it. I ask you to download it. To go to that, then download it. The Facebook page link with the video description. Okay. That discussion is not only important for the 2026 students, but also it is important for the 2027 students. Most important for them actually. And the otherwise, 2028 students also can get benefit from it, because if they have covered with the atomic structure and bonding, they can get benefits from it. However, most important for the 2027 students. First question: the line in the Balmer series of the hydrogen emission spectrum result from transmission electrons denoted by the energy level. In the bracket, they measure n equal to principal quantum number. N is the principal quantum number. Actually, I will discuss the theory behind that one. You have to learn in the atomic structure the hydrogen emission spectrum. In the A-level syllabus, under the A-level syllabus, you are learning three series. One is the three series. One is Lyman series. Other one is Balmer series. Other one is Paschen series. Lyman series, Balmer series, and Paschen series. There are three series. Actually, they are in the electromagnetic spectrum. They are in the Lyman series. Lyman series is in the ultraviolet region. Whereas in the Balmer series is in the visible region. Whereas in the Paschen series is in the infrared region, IR region. Actually, how to generate these spectral lines? What happened actually? If you supply the high voltage, the hydrogen molecules absorb energy and they separated. They form the hydrogen gaseous atoms. That gaseous hydrogen atoms also absorb energy, and their electrons go to the higher energy levels. These type of hydrogen atoms we known as the excited hydrogen atoms. They are high energy. High energy states are unstable. Therefore, these high energy electrons come to transmit to the low energy levels. When they come in from the high energy level to low energy levels, they release the energy as the electromagnetic rays. If the high energy level electrons come to the first energy level, actually that energy is belonging to the UV ultraviolet region. The series, what is the series? The hydrogen spectrum is a Lyman series. If the electrons come higher energy levels, they come to the second energy level. They are actually belonging to visible region in the hydrogen spectrum Balmer series. If the higher energy level electrons, the excited hydrogen atoms, higher energy level electrons come to the third energy level. The series, it is the IR, infrared rays. They are belonging to actually Paschen series. It is that question. I have explained that the theory behind that one. What is that one? Balmer series or Balmer. How generate Balmer series? The higher energy level electrons come to the second energy level. First answer is not appropriate because there n is higher than 1. To one? No, wrong. That is wrong. That is not the Balmer series reagent. That is actually Lyman series one. That one. N equals to 2 to N higher energy. That means lower energy level go to higher energy level. That is not releasing actually radiation. What happened now? Not emit the radiation. They absorb radiation. That one. That's wrong. Third one. The higher energy level. Third. The N is higher than 3. That means higher energy levels than 3 and come to the 3. Which one is generated? IR radiation. IR rays are generated. That are belongs to not the Balmer series. That are belonging to Martian series. Fourth one, they when the N is higher than 2 to come to the N is equal to 2. They are the higher energy levels, the electrons, they are in the higher energy levels, they are come to the second energy level. That is correct. That is correct. The fourth answer is actually correct one. Fourth answer is the correct one. Actually, fifth one is wrong because they are N is smaller than 2 and the 2 to N2. That means the low energy level come to the second energy, the first energy level come to the second energy level. These are not actually emission. This is not the result of emission rays. The fourth one is not. Now you can understand exam is not difficult. If you have the fun, if you have the proper knowledge, with the concept knowledge, you can get the answers. Okay. Second one, first thing is answer is what the fourth answer. Then we can go to the second question. Second question also you can answer it. It is also based on the atomic structure. Unit 1. There got okay. I will read it. The outermost p electrons of a nitrogen atom in the ground state can be denoted by quantum number n equal to 2 and l equal to 1. According to the Hund's rule, the ml and ms quantum numbers of two of these electrons can be. What is the n? Quantum number n? N is the principal quantum number. L is the azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number. ml. What is the meaning of ml? ml is the magnetic quantum number. ms, they are talking about the ms also. ms is spin quantum number. Spin quantum number. Right, what they ask you? Right. They got the n is equal to 2. That means that electrons are in a second state. N is equal to 2 means that is second state. L is equal to 1. L is equal to 1 means L is equal to 1 means that electrons are in the p substate. P substate. That according to Hund's rule. What is the Hund's rule? That is basically atomic structure questions. Hund's rule actually, they tell you all electrons are very light too. In their spins must be parallel. They are actually in the p subshell. There is actually that the nitrogen has the side electron configuration of nitrogen 1s2, 2s2, 2p, actually 3. Therefore, there are electrons. There are 3 electrons in the final actually 2p. They are actually in the unpaired. They are unpaired electrons. Their spins are parallel. Therefore, their ml can be actually ml can be plus 1 or ml can be 0 or ml can be minus 1. ml can be plus 1 or 0 or minus 1. But ms must be equal any of every 2 electrons. If the electrons in the that orbital, if that means the ml will be plus 1, then the spin quantum number ms must be plus half. And the other one must be also, ms must be, other electron, that one also must be plus. If the ms minus half, other one is minus half. So the suitable answer is actually for this. First one is L. First answer is L is plus 1, MS is plus 1. The L is second letter M is plus 1, MS is plus 1 is not suitable. And the second one is actually L is plus 1, MS is plus 1, and ML is minus 1. Other one is minus 1. So it is not actually suitable, right? Most of must be same thing. And the other two. And the third one is okay. ML is 0. It can be. So S and ML is 0 and the quantum of two of those electrons detected. Okay. 0 and MS plus half and ML is plus 1. MS is actually plus half. That is the third one is the actually correct answer is the third one. Third one is the correct answer. Right. Next one. Question number 3. Consider the species chloride, iron, Cl minus, and bromide chloride and bromide, argon Ar, and other one is potassium plus ion. Which statement is true regarding these species? Means true regarding these species. Right. They are talking about the atomic, the answers are given about the actually atomic radius and actually masses, radius of the ions and atoms. These are also in the first unit. First unit, actually in the atomic structure, not only in the atomic structure, but also in the periodic table. Both are belonging to atomic structure actually. First answer, they have the same atomic and ionic masses. No. They don't have the atomic because they are actually they have the same number of electrons. Okay. Because chloride and also chlorine also has the 70, chloride and also 18 electrons. Argon also, it is actually group 18 element, 18 electrons in the final, in the argon atoms. And the other one is potassium plus. Potassium normally neutral atom has the 19 electrons, but if remove one electron, get the positive plus 1 potassium ion, it get the 18 electrons. 18 electrons. Number of electrons same. But the number of protons different. Chlorine has the protons 70, that one has 80, that one has 90. Actually, atomic numbers are not equal. Atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus, not the number of electrons. If we shift the neutral atom, the atomic number is also equal to number of electrons. Okay, now I have explained about the electrons, the theory behind that. They have the same atomic ionic masses. No, it's wrong because they are number of protons different ways, mass is different. They have the same atomic and ionic radius. Wrong. Actually, chloride ion has the highest ionic radius. That one middle, that one potassium actually has the more protons than the actually electrons. Therefore, the electron cloud of the potassium ion very attracted to the nucleus, more attracted to the nucleus. As a result, that final shell electrons more close to the potassium because potassium effective nuclear charge of the potassium plus sign is higher than its effective nuclear charge. That's the thing. That's wrong. Second answer is wrong. Third one, they have the same atomic numbers. I have mentioned it, the initial step. Actually, it is wrong. Because atomic number is the number of protons. Number of protons change. Fourth one, the effective nuclear charge felt by an outermost electron of the each species in the same. The effective nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge. If the effective nuclear charge is same, if the effective nuclear charge is same in here, no. Why is it? Although they have the same number of electrons, their number of protons different. You know the effective. What is the effective nuclear charge? Effective nuclear charge is actually depending on the two factors. One is nuclear charge. Nuclear charge directly depending on the number of protons. The number of protons is different. Therefore, effective nuclear charge is different. They have the different effective nuclear charges. And the other factor is the shielding effect. Shielding effect or screen effect. Actually, screen effect actually different and the nuclear charge. Therefore, fourth one is also wrong. Fifth one, they have the same number of p levels. That's correct. Because this is also have the, if you write the electron configuration of chlorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. That means 10 and 12 and 17. Chloride ion. Chloride ion, one electron came from the outside. Therefore, that is the electron configuration. It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. If you write argon actually atomic number is 18, same thing, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. The potassium, neutral potassium atom has the 19 electrons. Therefore, electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. The potassium plus sign, what happened? One electron removed from the final S subshell, that is the 4s. Therefore, everyone has the same number of p electrons. That means all have the 6 by 6. Therefore, answer is actually third question. Answer is fifth one. Answer is the fifth one. Okay, fourth question. Right, fourth question. What's the fourth question? Which of the following statement is false with regard to xenon and its compounds? Xenon and its compounds. It is false. Xenon has the highest boiling point. Among the element helium to xenon in the group 18 of the periodic table. How about it? Actually, xenon belongs to group 18. Yeah, I see. You can use the periodic table. Actually, that paper has the periodic table. In the exam, they are doing the periodic table like this. You can use the periodic table. Don't cram don't try to keep in mind that periodic table. It is useless because it is supplied in the exam. You can use it. There is actually xenon. Xenon is in the group 18, like this. There are other elements like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. You know, up to down of the group, what happens? There are melting points, boiling points increase. Why is it? The up to down of the group, there are intermolecular attraction forces between these monoatomic molecules. Monoatomic molecule means that molecule contains only one atom. Between these monoatomic molecules, what are the interactions? The interaction is London forces very weak. But up down of the group, their atomic radius are get large. The atoms will get more large. As a result, the stability of the London forces increase. Therefore, melting points and boiling points are increasing up to down of group 18. Actually, helium to xenon. That's correct. They are the what is the incorrect one, false one. Question answer. Second one, Xe has the highest first ionization energy among the group 18 elements of the periodic table. What is the meaning of ionization? First ionization. What is the meaning of first ionization? First ionization is the actually required minimum energy to remove the one mole of electrons from the one mole of atoms in the final shells. Actually, group 18, if you consider the group 18 elements, their first ionization energies are higher than other elements in the other groups. However, up to down of the group, their first ionization energies decrease. Therefore, that answer is wrong because the answer is given. He had the second question, second choice is wrong. Why? Xe has the highest first ionization energy among the group 18 elements of the periodic table. So, actually, that one is helium. The helium has the highest. Because up to down of the group, what happened? Atomic radii increase. Therefore, attraction power between nucleus and the final electrons decrease because the distance between nucleus and the final electrons increase. As a result, that decrease the first ionization energy. The actually second answer is wrong. Third one is oxidation number of Xe in the XeF4, XeF6 plus 2, 6 plus 6. That's correct. Actually, that's correct. XeF2 shows the trigonal pyramidal electron pair geometry is correct. XeF2 actually has the linear shape. Atomic arrangement is XeF2 to draw the XeF2 structure like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you consider that these are long electron pairs, 3 long electron pairs, 2 bond pairs. All these 5 repulsive units in the valence shell of xenon and the 5 repulsive units. All these 5 repulsive units arranged according to the trigonal bipyramidal arrangement. However, if you consider the shape of the molecule, XeF2 molecule, that shape is actually linear shape, right? Linear shape, but they are with the electron pair geometry. Electron pair geometry means repulsive geometry. That's correct. Fifth one, the atomic radius of the Xe is highest among the first 5 electrons of the group 18 of the periodic table. That is also correct. I have explained it. Therefore, it is also correct. The answer, what is the false one? You must say the false one. Be careful in the exam. Sometimes the students know the answers, but they select the correct one. If the correct one is, there are 4 correct answers. One is wrong one is the incorrect, and the false one is the second one. Okay, we go to the actually fifth question. The curves A, B and C. A, B and C curves. Right? A, B and C curves. Given in the diagram shows the variation in the concentration of the species that exist in the closed system when the following gas phase reaction take place. Actually, previous 1, 2, 3, 4 questions based on the periodic atomic structure and periodic table. That means first unit. Little bit need the bonding knowledge to the fourth one bonding knowledge. However, without the getting bonding knowledge, you can reach the answer fourth one easy if you have the first unit knowledge and second unit knowledge. Fifth one is actually closed system. What is the closed system? What is the closed system? Closed system is the actually a system, right? The energy, only energy can come to the system and energy can go out of the system. But matter cannot go to the system and matter cannot come to the system. Go from the system, the matter cannot go from the system to the outside and the environment, and we also matter cannot come to the system from the environment. Actually, otherwise, it's actually its margin is actually impermeable for what is the impermeable for matter, what is permeable for what the energy. Is that for one? The reaction is right. System is actually that the I understood that the system is that the system is the boundary, is the boundary. That boundary is permeable for not only energy, not the matter. Therefore, coming or going outside to the matter. Right, O2 is the O2. O2 also here. Gas plus and 2H2 gas is state and H2O gas. H2O gas. H2O gas. Right? H2O gas. Right? H2O gas. Whatever now. The given one is actually they are like this. The graph is actually whatever they will be the graph. Right? And the graph actually concentration. They given the actually x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is the concentration. The unit is given mole per cubic decimeter. Mole per cubic decimeter. Consider mole per cubic decimeter. That's 1 and 0, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Right? I have the rough diagram because that I have upload that in my Facebook page, second of Facebook page, you will get it from it, and that one also, and that is named A, and the other one is C, like the C is also like this, C is like this also, B is also like this, and the C. Right? They are like this, the correct representation of the species O2 gas, H2 gas and H2O gas respectively is actually what? Initially step the only O2 and H2 also here. Right? The reaction is happening. What the reaction is? The reaction is happening. If the reaction is happening, what they used and their concentration increase. That actually O2 and H2 must be COB. What about the water? Because of that balance equation that they want to do here, they have given the balance equation also in the exam. Right? Is the H2O. Right? The H2O, the H2O concentration is increasing with the time. That means A must be H2O. A must be H2O gas. That's correct. And otherwise, the CU is little bit actually low in the compared to the initial step, so 1 and 2. But B is very low. You can see that the stoichiometry between O2 and H2 1 to 2. Therefore, the 1 mole O2 participate reaction with the 1 mole participate H2 2 moles participate. 2 moles participate. Therefore, B must be B, and the H2 reduce compared with O2 in the higher level, the higher amount compared to O2. therefore, the B must be the H2 gas. C must be the O2 gas. O2 gas. Now you can get now. O2 is C. In the fifth answer, we have got the fifth answer is I think correct. Yes, fifth answer is correct. Why? C is O2, yes, okay. And B is H2, that is okay. And A is H2O, okay. Answer is fifth. Very simple one. Stoichiometry applied here. And law system. Law system is the, actually this is in the energetics, actually 5, and it linked with the stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is in the unit 3, calculation. Very simple question, right? If you know the fundamental knowledge, you can get the answer. Question number 6. Okay, which of the following statement is correct about the sodium and potassium? Sodium and potassium. Right, question number 6. Sodium and potassium. First one. When burned in air, both sodium and potassium form their peroxide as the main product. Peroxide. Actually, sodium reacting with oxygen, they form the potassium, sodium peroxide. That means Na2O2. Na2O2. Na2O2 form. The excess oxygen and if you are air, there are excess oxygen available. The excess oxygen available. Therefore, form the main product as the, if you use the Na with O2, Na with O2, form the Na2O2, that means the sodium peroxide form. Potassium react with O2. In the Na2O2 in the peroxide, oxidation number is -1. That discussion is actually remind you, especially 27 students, they are not remind. You can remind. And the 2028 students also, they covered units, they can remind it. Okay. And sodium peroxide, -1 of the oxidation number. Potassium, if there are excess O2 available, that's air's excess O2, therefore the potassium what? Potassium superoxide, KO2. In that case of in the peroxide -1, and the superoxide -half, minus. So that statement is wrong. When the burnt in the air, both sodium and potassium peroxide as the main product, not main product. Potassium also small amount of potassium peroxide also form, potassium oxide also form. Then sodium also, sodium oxide also. But these are not the major products. Therefore, first answer is actually wrong. Second one, the reaction of both sodium and potassium with water is exothermic. Exothermic, actually, you actually sometimes you have the experience with that one, with your laboratory experience. You put the small sodium piece of sodium into water. Sometimes explosion also you can observe. You can go to my YouTube channel, the Sanketa YouTube channel. These videos are available here, and also you can go to the RSC, Royal Society of Chemistry, the periodic table, video periodic table. You can watch that one in the alkali metals series. You can this sodium potassium reactions, water, not only sodium potassium, CC reactions also. They are highly exothermic reactions. That thing is actually correct. What are the products? The sodium react with water. What are the products? Sodium hydroxide and H2. The exothermic, sometimes they burn it in the water. They have floating in the water and burning it. You can watch it my YouTube channel, the Sanketa YouTube channel, or Vikindaratna go to YouTube channel, you can watch these ones. And I think you have laboratory experience with these things, and go to the RSC, right? Okay. And third one, both sodium and potassium react with H2 and form the hydroxide. No. Sodium and potassium, if you heat with the hydrogen, not form the hydroxide, they form the hydrides. Hydrides. Right? Second answer is correct actually. Fourth one, potassium does not react with N2, whereas sodium forms the nitride by heating with N2. That's wrong. Potassium does not react with the gaseous nitrogen is correct, but sodium also not react with the nitrogen N2. But in some research articles they found that if you heat the sodium in a high temperature, they react with N2, but it is not continuous. Therefore, we are considering sodium does not react with N2. Right? That's wrong. Fifth one, the reaction of both sodium and potassium with dilute mineral acid is endothermic. That is actually wrong. That reactions are like, what are the mineral acids? Mineral acids, what are the examples for mineral acids? HCl, HNO3, sulfuric, these are mineral acids. If you put the sodium or potassium into the mineral acid, they are not the endothermic. They are exothermic. They are actually, you can observe explosion. Don't do this type of reaction because it is sometimes damage for you, harmful for you. Don't do this. Actually, answer is second answer. That question is based on the reaction of S-block elements. S-block elements. If you, I try to find these reactions. Actually, don't have. If you don't have this knowledge or you can't make it, you can join our classes also, and otherwise you can go to our YouTube channel. Actually, they have S-block reactions with video with or second YouTube channel. Okay, then seventh question. Consider the following compound from A to E. A is actually aldehyde. B is also aldehyde, but B is larger than A. There is more carbon atoms. It has more carbon atoms. A. What is the A actually? CH3. A is the CH3. CH2. CHO. A. B. CH3. CH2. CH2. CHO. B. These are also aldehyde. This is aldehyde, but this has more carbon. B has more carbon than A. C. C is actually CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. OH, that is C. The alcohol. The propanol actually. Other one, CH3, CH2, 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 OH. That is the C, I think the C, that is the D. That's the D. D is also alcohol, but D has more carbon atoms than C. And the E is CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, OH. That's the E. That's the E. The compound that has the lowest water solubilities. Actually, what are the factors that depending on the water solubility of the compound? What type of solvent is the water? Water actually polar solvent. Water is a polar solvent. Therefore, polar compounds are more soluble in water, and ionic compounds are also soluble in water. Sodium chloride is highly water soluble in the water. Why? That ions can go through the water molecules. That's the thing. And otherwise, if the polar compounds are more soluble than non-polar, non-polars are not soluble. For example, carbon tetrachloride are not soluble in water. Actually, alkanes and you get kerosene oil also not soluble. Paraffin wax not soluble. Because they are non-polar. But the alcohols, aldehydes are water soluble. However, if that organic compound has the C-double-OH group or OH, that means OH group, or that compound can form otherwise the compound can form the hydrogen bonds with water molecules. They are water soluble. Otherwise, what factors that reducing the water solubility of organic compounds? That is actually non-polar part. Non-polar part is the other hydrocarbon part, alkyl groups. These are non-polar. If they are more large than non-polar part, how they more large than non-polar part? Non-polar part more large if the increasing of the carbon atoms. If the increasing of carbon atoms, the non-polar part increase as a result what happens? They are reducing their solubility. Right? Reducing their solubility. Okay, now go to the answers. This alcohol, they are highly water soluble. This alcohol water soluble. This is the alcohol water soluble. This is the alcohol water soluble. Both the water solubility of both A and B are less compared to C, D and E. And actually B, water solubility of B is lower than A. A is more water soluble than B. Why is it? B is the lowest water solubility. They ask the lowest water solubility. What lowest water solubility one is the B. Why is it? Because that the aldehyde one thing. Other one is, if you consider A also, aldehyde but non-polar part, that the alkyl of the B is larger than A. Therefore, B is less soluble than A. That is the A is the lowest solubility. Right? In the exam actually they ask the physical states. Physical properties of the organic compounds. There are two physical properties. They are asked the questions. Two physical properties. What are two physical properties? One is the water solubility, other was the melting points and boiling points. Now I have explained what are the factors that affect the water solubility of organic compounds. What are the factors? One thing is polar group. If the polar group they have, their water solubility increase. If the OH groups and Na2 groups, C-double-O group, they are available water solubility highly increase. Or ionic part available highly water soluble. And the non-polar is the non-polar part large, that means alkyl groups, hydrocarbon group, and that means number of carbon atom increase, molecular weight decrease, their solubility decrease. They are decrease. Right? Okay? Just keep in your mind to get the answer that is. Okay. 8th question. Which of the following is incorrect? Right? There is different. This question, the first, sixth one is based on the base block. Seventh one is actually the organic chemistry one. 8th one is what the base of it? Which of the following is incorrect? The smallest amount of 0.1 mole of helium HCl added to the given volume of mixture ammonia with ammonium chloride. The pH of the system drops approximately 9 to 1. Approximately 9 to 1. Is it correct? Actually, it is incorrect. Why is it? It is not need to do the calculation to reach the answer. That is actually, that question is based on the ionic equilibrium. First answer is based on the buffer solutions. You know there are mainly two types of buffer. There are buffer solutions, but there are very two types of buffer solutions we can prepare. One is this type of what? Ammonia is the aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia. Aqueous ammonia means actually aqueous ammonia, AQ. Aqueous ammonia, that is the big base and it's salt. ammonium, what is the good ammonium chloride, NH4Cl, NH4Cl, AQ. And the otherwise weak base and that weak base. The ammonium chloride highly water soluble, the partially ammonia partially ionized, but ammonium chloride completely ionized and with the ammonium ions. This is the weak base, is the conjugate acid of that one. That is the weak base and its conjugate base. Weak base and its conjugate acid. It's the buffer solution. What is the buffer solution? Buffer solution is the solution that can if the small amount of acid or base add to the buffer solution, the buffer solution can stay in the pH value without changing their pH. They can keep their pH value without changing when adding small amount of acid or small amount of base. Right? They can keep their pH without changing. Right? If we add small amount of acid or base, that the question. That answer is wrong. Why? Incorrect. Why is it incorrect? Right? Why is it incorrect? Why that is incorrect? 8-1. First answer. Because they are the buffer solution. They are getting a small amount of acid. HCl acid. The concentration is 0.1. But that solution is buffer solution, that the pH value is not changed. That is wrong. The second answer is that the answer is first one actually. First one is the answer. First choice is the answer. Second one, dropwise adding of 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter sodium hydroxide to given volume of H2O result in the rapid increase of pH of the system from approximate 7 to 8. That is correct because the water doesn't have the buffering action, pure water. You add the sodium hydroxide, the OH concentration actually increase as a result of pH values actually increase. Hydrogen concentration decreases in here. Third one, when a small amount of 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter NaOH is added to the given volume of mixture of acetic acid and CH3COOH, that means ethanoic acid and sodium ethanoate, pH is insignificant. That is correct actually because CH3 CH3COOH is a weak acid. That is a weak acid actually. CH3COOH is a weak acid. Its salt is CH3COONA is the salt. The weak acid is salt. Actually that CH3COOH weak acid ionized partially, but CH3COOH that is sodium salt, highly water soluble is the CH3COOH minus ions in the media. That means the acetic acid, weak acid, that is the conjugate base. That is the buffering action. That has the buffering action, that is the buffer solution. Because if you add the weak acid or any acid, small amount of acid into this solution, that acetate type CH3COOH minus ions can remove that in process. pH will change. And if you add the base in from the outside, that means OH has come from the outside, that means that can replace it. That means not increase the OH minus concentration. Although you add the base or you add the OH minus ions, the OH ion concentration does not decrease. As a result, what happens? Not change the pH. Actually, third one is correct actually. Fourth one, when the small amount of 0.1 or NaOH is added to the given volume of the mixture of acetic acid and sodium acetate, the reaction is. That's correct, no? Are you aware of it now? CH3 C double OH reactivity, or it's A equals AQ, and OH minus, you must put the physical states in the ionic equilibrium. Not only ionic equilibrium, every physical chemistry questions you must, in the essay questions and structure questions, you must put the physical states. If you not put the physical states, you can't get the marks. And the CH3, C double O minus A2, and also water form, H2O form liquid. H2O form liquid. That's correct. Houston, drop-wise adding 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter HCl to given volume of 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter ammonia solution result in the change pH of approximately 11 to 2. That can happen. Why? Right? Drop-wise and only ammonia here, ammonia neutralized and pH will drop. Fifth one is correct actually. Fifth one is correct. Now the answer must be first answer. First choice is the answer. In question, right? Then this question based on the ionic equilibrium, especially it's based on the buffer solutions. Okay, buffer solutions. Okay, next one. Ninth one. What is the IUPAC name of the given compound? Which is very popular question in the A level MCQ, right? Popular question. CH3, that the C, H here, OH here, and also C, otherwise Br here, and also H, and also C and H, and also double bond, and carbon double bond CH, and also C double OH. Actually, the name we have to name that one. How to name that one? First, you must identify the what? First, you must identify the main functional group. What is the main functional group of that one? Right? Main functional group is actually C double OH group. Main functional group is C double OH group. Right? And the longest carbon chain, one carbon chain also here. You have to number that carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Right? Just like this. Right? What are the substitutional groups? What are substitutional groups actually? Bromo and actually hydroxy. Right? You must mention it. The B is coming first, therefore bromo. Where the 4 bromo. Then dash, 4 dash, bromo. Dash is very essential. When you name the organic compounds and the 5 hydroxy. 5 hydroxy. Right, you must mention there must be the double bond between 2 and 3. Therefore, you must put what? Hydroxy. And the carbon chain has a hex. There are 6 carbon atoms in the main chain. Therefore, hex you must mention hex. Then the double bond forming between 2 and 3. You must mention lowest one 2. Ene. That is suitable in oil. Put the space right as it. Don't put any space in 4 to oil. Don't put any space. And you must use the simple letters in here. Don't write any capital letter. Wrong. Between letters and the numbers, you must put the what? Dash. Okay? I think the answer is 9th one is third one. Third one is the correct one. Third one is the correct one. This is based on the organic chemistry. Okay, 10th question. They have given the graph. The diagram below show the temperature variation of a sample of given mass of water, starting from the solid state upon heating under constant pressure of 188 in the closed container. Right, closed container. Closed container, right? Closed container. Right, time. And the minutes here, minutes. And this is the temperature. In centigrades. Times 1. Start with minus 50, and then go to the 0. Then go to 50. Then 100. Right, 100. But they get the start with 3. They go to 0. Go to the 0. And also the A. In here B, constant and A. And then again go to the 100. Go to the 100. Go to 100. Okay? That is actually B, that is C. Then also here and E. D and E. Right? Thus, this ice sample actually. Solid state of water means actually it is actually ice. If the ice heat the minus increase in temperature. Therefore, A is the solid water. H2O solid. B. At the melting point, see the melting point, that the latent heat or heat in here. You supply the heat, although you supply the heat, temperature is not increase. The B is therefore the equilibrium in here. B. What is the equilibrium? H2O solid and between H2O liquid. After all the solid ice, that the solid water, that is ice, converted to the liquid, increase the temperature. That the liquid C is actually H2O liquid. Then come to the melting boiling point. That the melting point at 0, that 100 is the boiling point. What happened in the D? The equilibrium again, right? Equilibrium H2O liquid with H2O gas. That means steam. What the E? E is H2O gas. H2O gas. After it converts the H2O gas, that means vapor, increasing the temperature. Actually, you can select the answer. Fifth one is correct. Fifth one is correct. Correct one is the fifth one. Fifth one is the correct one. Right? That is actually you must have the knowledge about the phases. What phases? Phase knowledge. So you have the knowledge about phase. Actually, you can answer it. Right? You can answer it. 11th question. That is based on the chemical calculation. Actually, that is based on the chemical calculation part. Right? Chemical calculation part. What is the question? 11th question. To prepare 250 cubic centimeter of 0.005 mole per cubic decimeter aqueous solution of Fe2 plus ions. Aqueous solution of Fe2 plus ions. Aqueous solution of Fe2 plus ions. Right? A student. Right? They prepare solution. This is the MCQ question. It is not the statement side. No, statement not neat. The solution is Fe2 plus solution. Out they contain 250 cubic centimeter. The concentration is 0.005 mole per cubic decimeter. Now you have to calculate the number of moles of HC2 plus. How to calculate it? 0.005 mole per cubic decimeter multiplied by 250 divided by 1000 cubic decimeter. It is not need to put the units in the MCQs calculate, but you must practice it because units are important for structure paper questions and essay questions, right? MCQ is the final answer need. Final answer need, right? Okay, now therefore and answer is point has to be 0.00125 mole. Then this type of Fe iron fluid, how we get it? They get that's actually compound. They use the compound. That compound contains FeNH4. Then the salt actually twice SO4 twice and also 6H2O hydrated salt. Hydrated salt. That's all also here. That the purity of that compound is 80. Purity compound that 80. Right? Now you can calculate the actually mass of that. Mass of required mass of that one. Only that one. Right? Then the bottle contains 80% of that in the mass. If they are 100%, we can calculate like this. Also, they must calculate first that the molar mass of that compound. What the molar mass of that compound? They have given the relative atomic masses. Molar mass of that compound is actually 392 gram per mole. Now you can calculate the mass of that one. Mass of that compound. Mass of that compound is 0.00125 moles multiplied by 392 grams actually per mole. Grams per mole. You can get that value actually. What is that value? That value is actually 0.49. 49 grams. To do the calculation. Now only 80% here. Therefore, the required mass 0.49 must be divided by 80 and multiplied by 100. Right? That's the gram. That value is coming actually. Third answer is coming 0.6125 grams. 25 grams. Actually, third answer. Right? If it is asked in the structure system small part, you can get the mass to calculate the molar mass, and you can calculate the number of moles that required. That you know you have the concentration to calculate the number of moles of Fe2 plus. Then that one, and then you have to calculate that one also. Molar mass of that one. You see that. Calculate the required mass, used mass. Right? It's a simple question based on chemical calculations. 11th one. 11th answer is third one. 12th question. 12th. What is 12th? They ask which of the following statement is false regarding to the oxidation of oxyanions of chlorine. Oxyanions of chlorine. You must know the structure of that one. Oxyanions of that one. Easy. The P block elements. So this question based on P block. Actually, group 70 elements about the chlorine. About the chlorine of the chlorines oxyanions. ClO2, ClO minus, how about this ClO minus, that is only A. You draw it, ClO minus. There are lone pairs here. Chlorine also have the lone pairs like this. ClO2, ClO2 minus. Cl, one is double bond with oxygen, other one is O like this. Minus charge 1. It's a Lewis structure. Lewis dot and actually dot models. Dot dash models. Dot dash models. Dot dash models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. ClO2. Other one is like ClO, other option is ClO3 minus. Cl1 is joining at the negative charge. The oxygen atom which is with the negative charge join the chlorine through the single bond. Other two join the chlorine through the double bonds like this. Double bonds. Through the double bonds. Chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. ClO4 minus. ClO4 minus. At ClO minus like this. Other three like this also. Right? No gas chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ClO4 minus. Right? Now you can answer this one actually. Right? The answer is that you can get the answers from this one actually. The fourth one is the answer. The false regarding the oxygen and false because that is the structure of ClO minus and OCl double bond. ClO minus not the double bond, but the single bond. That oxygen atom which is with the negative charge joins the chlorine single bond. Single bond. Okay, now we have discussed 12 questions. Right? Okay, in the next video I will hope to discuss the other questions also in here and I am going to introduce the video series about the discussing about the MCQs and essay questions not only 2026 other years than 2025 and 2024 like this. Right? It's more convenient for you for the especially English medium students. Further you want to get the knowledge or further details, contact me. My contact number is actually you can contact me. Right. No, 77407805. Right, and you can subscribe our YouTube channel and you can follow our Facebook page, second page, to get more about the chemistry, not only chemistry and other science and other also what are the opportunities to light up your life. What are the opportunities to light up knowledge, to get your knowledge, improve knowledge. Okay. Thank you.